I'm slightly appalled at the number of people in my industry who don't act like they understand that a day or half a week of data points does not create a trend. How's it going, guys? My name is Christopher McGee. I'm the owner of Halcyon Real Estate. I'm affiliated with the Keller Williams Market Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. Today is the 15th. Yes, the 15th of July, 2024. And this is the numbers and the nuance. This is where you come weekly in order to know exactly what Utah's housing market is trending like. I look at several variables and I plot the charts and I show you all the numbers as they come right off of the MLS. So we'll jump right into that right after I give you just my nuanced breakdown of what things look like right now. So we're happy to see inventory continue to come up. That's exactly what we need to be seeing in order to keep that upward pressure off our housing prices. Nearly 10,500 is what we're sitting at, and we haven't seen inventory this high in Utah for the entire time that I've been doing this video series, so nearly 2 years, but since long before that. So we're just happy to see it continue to travel up. That continues to give us more and more of a buffer for when interest rates do come significantly down to a point where we see a flood of buyers back on the market. We want enough inventory so that demand can't take such big bites out of it that inventory practically disappears like it did during COVID, and we have the pressure, the upward pressure on prices like we had then. So more inventory is a very good thing right now. The other main part of the equation when it comes to what we need in order to keep that upward pressure of prices off of our homes in Utah is, of course, the level of demand that we have. And our best indicator for demand, the number of homes sold every week. This last week came up just a tick, but really it stayed well within the bounds of what's been average, so it still isn't trending anywhere other than stagnant. So home prices, as I've said in the last couple of updates, have stagnated right there with demand for the last 3-4 months. And while it also ticked up just a bit this last week, it's still well within the norm of where it has been for the last quarter plus. And with all the other variables that I watch being as they are right now, I really don't anticipate a trend up in home prices anytime soon. Now, there was a lot of talk of the consumer price index, or just CPI, coming down to a point last week that it actually pulled interest rates down with it. And that precipitated a whole lot of talk in my industry of people being like, that's it. The interest rates are gonna be coming down now, and the interest rates are gonna come down so much that we're gonna see this flood of buyers. There's gonna be much more demand. It's gonna create the spike in housing prices that we've been reeling away from ever since the COVID era and hoping it won't happen again. There's been so much talk of it happening and home prices shooting right back up with it. And I'm slightly appalled at the number of people in my industry who don't act like they understand that a day or half a week of data points does not create a trend. So CPI did come down a bit. Interest rates came down a bit with it. And now it's looking like that may have been short-lived, but one way or the other, we will keep our eye on interest rates week after week after week, and we'll look at it for a solid 3 weeks before we declare that any trends have been in place. All right, let's look at the numbers. Inventory came up to 10,491, that near 10,500 that I mentioned. That's certainly up from the previous week and trending nowhere but up. Our prior week's average days on market came up to 47. That's up a bit. Looks like it's trending down still as we recorded from the previous quarter's beginning. But again, we can see that it certainly isn't accelerating down, it's decelerating. It's down, and it's come back up for the last few weeks in a row. I think in another month or two, we might see this look like it's trending stagnant. Average list price last week came to $678,960, which is up from the previous week. Still doesn't look like it's trending anywhere strong at all. Where the prior week's average sold price came to $671,369, which is higher than the previous week. And so the difference this last week between average list and average sold price came to $7,591, still in the buyer's favor. Number of homes sold last week came to 575, which is up from the previous week. As I've said, this is our best indicator of demand, and it looks like demand has stagnated, as we can still see on this chart. Number of homes currently under contract comes to 5,065, which is down from the previous week, and this is trending the tiniest bit down. The number of price reductions the previous week came to 1,244, shot back up. I think that's the highest we've seen it. The number number of listing contracts that were either canceled, expired, or withdrawn from the MLS last week came to 315, up from the previous week. This looks like it might be starting to trend up a bit. And interest rates as of right now set at about 6.82%, down like we said from the previous week. We'll see where it continues to go. That's it for this week, guys. Thanks for watching. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me, hit me in the comments if you have any questions about anything that I've gone over in this video or previous videos. Of course, if you or anybody you know is thinking to buy or sell a home in the coming months, I hope you're comfortable reaching out to me because I'll be happy to work with you. And as always, if you'd like to stay educated on Utah's housing market from week to week so you can stay on top of it, make the best, most informed decisions relative to real estate that you can, then hit that subscribe and stay caught up on it with me from week to week. Thanks for watching this week, guys. We'll see you next time.